Sometimes the simplest fairy tales, the ones you might overlook, hold the most powerful lessons. Today, we're going to break down this really wonderful little story called The Blue Beetle and the Key to Dreams. Now, at first glance, yeah, it seems like a straightforward kid story. But trust me, it's actually a brilliant blueprint for understanding how stories work, what symbolism really means, and the kind of power we all have inside of us.
So, to set the stage, let's start with the question. What actually happens when dreams just disappear from a kingdom? I mean, think about it. What is a world without hope, without aspiration, without that little bit of magic we call imagination? Well, that's exactly where our story begins.
Okay, so picture this. We open in a kingdom that is completely dreamless and just sad. In the world of storytelling, we call this the ordinary world. It's such a crucial first step for any great adventure because it shows us exactly what's at stake. The people here are living under this constant, heavy cloud of sorrow. And the reason why is simple, but also pretty terrible. An evil sorcerer has literally stolen all their dreams and locked them away in a giant jar.
And just look at the stakes here. I mean, it couldn't be more clear. You can see the original Bengali words on the slide. On one side, a kingdom with dreams is filled with ananda. That's joy, asha, hope, and it's full of color. But on the other side, the dreamless kingdom is just defined by sadness, despair, and this dull, gray, monotonous existence. This contrast right here is the engine for the entire story.
But, even in a world this gray, there's always a little spark. And here, we meet our hero, a young girl named Elena. She has this rare, almost magical gift. She can hear music in the wind. Now, this isn't just some cute little detail. It's everything. It's what sets her apart. And it's a huge clue that she's connected to the world in a way that nobody else is. And that special connection she has, well, it's about to become very important. All thanks to the arrival of the Blue Beetle. This is that moment, the one where everything is about to change. In storytelling, we call this the catalyst. It's the event that just kicks the whole adventure into high gear.
So, one day, this absolutely brilliant blue beetle, shining like a sapphire, just lands on Elena's shoulder. And because of her special gift, she's the only one who hears this magical melody carrying a message of hope. This right here is what storytellers call the call to adventure. It's such a classic move because it picks out our hero from the crowd, gives her a mission, and yanks both her and us, the audience, right out of that ordinary world and straight into the quest.
So does she answer the call?
Oh, you bet she does. And that brings us to the next phase of her story, the quest to the Dark Fortress. She's got a guide, she's got a destination. The journey to get those stolen dreams back has officially begun. And her path is pretty clear. First, she accepts the call, she's all in. Then she starts following the beetle, which guides her through the wilderness. Of course, she faces obstacles like a thick, magical fog that's guarding the fortress, but the beetle's blue light just cuts right through it. And finally, she reaches that final moment. She's standing right in front of the very jar that holds all the world's dreams captive.
Which brings us to the climax of our story, the liberation of dreams. Everything, every single step has been building to this one single explosive moment. The tension is at its absolute peak. You gotta wonder, can one girl and one tiny beetle really undo a powerful sorcerer's magic?
Oh, absolutely they can. The blue beetle starts flying around the jar, faster and faster, at this incredible speed. Its wings start to create this crackling blue lightning that strikes the jar's magical seal. And then, in a brilliant flash of light, the seal just shatters.
And the result is immediate. And it is so beautiful. The stolen dreams just erupt from the jar, like a storm of colorful butterflies spreading all across the kingdom. As the dreams find their way back to the people, the sorcerer's dark power just fades away, and his whole fortress crumbles into dust. Joy, color, hope, it all comes flooding back. The world is whole again.
But wait, the story doesn't end right there. The big adventure is over, sure, but the most important lesson, the real heart of the story, is just about to be revealed. This is the key to everything, the key of courage and imagination.
So with its mission complete, the Blue Beetle does something amazing. It transforms into this pure, warm light, and this light flows directly into Elena, merging with her heart. And in that one moment, she understands the real truth of everything that just happened. You see, the Blue Beetle was never really just an insect. It was a symbol. It was the physical form of Elena's very own inner courage and her powerful imagination.
It was the part of her that just refused to accept living in a gray world. It was the part that was brave enough to go on the quest and imaginative enough to believe that she could actually succeed.
And that really brings us to our final thought here. The story teaches us that this kind of power isn't just for heroes and fairy tales. We all have it inside of us. So, the question I want to leave you with is this. What is your blue beetle? What is that inner courage and imagination that you can call on to bring color and dreams back into your world?